أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. اللهم لا سهلا إلا ما جعلته سهلا وأنت تجعل الحزن إذا شئت سهلا. أما بعد، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. I trust that you all are doing well. أهلا وسهلا ومرحبا بكم to our third lesson. Inshallah, we will pick up from where we left off. However, due to the elongated break, I would like to just revise what we did in the previous lesson. Also, because what we did in the previous lesson was basically discussed the concept of masculine and feminine in more detail. And also, we spoke about when we combined the masculine and feminine with the concept of your, right? When addressing to the male and the female. Okay, so we have a question about the sound. Before I begin, can we just confirm, I'll confirm if the sound is a problem, if it's low. Second. Sorry, testing 1, 2. Just let me know if the sound is good. Can we get another confirmation? Jazakallah, Brother Umar, confirming. Just one more confirmation. The sound is okay. Okay, sound is fine. Okay, then let's continue. Right, so we'll be just quickly revising the same exercise that we did in the previous lesson. This generally needs some revision. Some of you found some difficulty with it. So just quickly, طبيب. Is it A, B, C, or D? I'm looking at the chat right now. طبيب. Is it a female doctor? Is it a male friend? Or is it a male doctor? Jazakallah khair. Okay. How about muhandisatun? So those of you who want to type it in the Q&A, that's fine. If you want to type in the chat, that's also great. So muhandisatun. The chat. Okay. That's a female engineer. That's fine. Chat is disabled. Okay. Brother Masood, can you please just check on that, Brother Masood? Okay. Okay. I think I fixed that right now. Apologies for that. I think you guys should be able to type in the chat. Okay. Jazakallah khair. Excellent. Okay. So let's stick to the chat. The chat is a bit easier. Excellent. Muhandisat. Talibatun. Talibatun. It's correct. It's a female student. Okay. How about the word sadiqun? Someone is saying if, right? So there's no, I'm not seeing an if option. Correct. A male friend. Okay. A male student. What would that be? What would the Arabic equivalent be of a male student? That's correct. That's C. Okay. Mudarrisatun. A female teacher. Right, so we have here, that's correct. We have C again. Okay, so it's not a female friend, right? Someone said it's a female friend. An engineer. We have a male engineer specifically. Is that tabibun or is that muhandisun? Correct. Okay, the word he. Is it anta? Is it hiya? Is it hadihi? Correct. So some of you are saying B, so you want to have, so it would be the opposite. Okay, so it's here is the opposite of he. Correct. D. Huwa. Okay. A female doctor. Okay, so that answer is cut off there at the bottom. Apologies for that. Some of you might not see that. Okay, excellent. Okay, how about the word this for female, indicating this, but to something feminine or to a female person. Correct, that would be hadihi. Okay, how about the word she? She. So we did the word he, which is huwa. How about the word she, which obviously is here? Correct. Okay, how about the word hada? The word hada, masculine, right, is the masculine word. I give you that. Yes. Correct. Right. So some of you got confused in the beginning when you said, some of you said A, but correct. The answer is D. Okay. Okay. Then we have the word tabibun. Okay. So am I going to use the word hada or hadihi to say hada tabibun or hadihi tabibun? Which one is the suitable word for the word tabibun? That's correct. That's hada tabibun because it's masculine. Okay. Tabibatun. Correct. Because it's feminine. Okay. Muhandisun. Right. So this is very easy because we just see it does not have a ta at the end. So we know it's going to be hada. And it has a ta at the end. It's going to be hadihi. That's A again. Correct. Okay. What about the word ukhtun? So now we have to look at the meaning. Ukhtun. Who remembers what the word ukhtun? Correct. So that means you all remember what the word ukhtun mean. That's good. Talibatun. Talibatun. Is it hada or hadihi? That's correct. It's hadihi. Okay. Sadiqun. Is it hada sadiqun or hadihi sadiqat sadiqun? Some of you are saying B, so I have another look. Correct. Right. Sadiqatun. We have the word sadiqatun. هذا وهذه correct. هذه أخ. Is it هذا or هذه? Let's see, remember the meaning of the word أخ. Correct. A. So it's هذا أخ. This is a brother. مهندسة. مهندسة. Correct. مدرسة. مدرسة. Excellent. The correct answer is B. Mudarrisun. Obviously, it'd be the opposite of that. Okay, so like we said, let's turn it up. Okay, no, so that's fine. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. We know Sadiqun is hada Sadiqun. Okay, Sadiqi, obviously, my friend, that here at the end, it's not going to affect whether we say hada or hadihi. Remember, we said that we don't look at the end. We look at the word itself, the beginning word, the thing that we're pointing to. Is that masculine or feminine? Correct. هذا. Okay. How about صديقك? Okay. Excellent. Correct. That's هذا. Okay. صديقك. How about صديقك? Let's see. صديقك. Your male friend, but you are speaking to a female. But who you are speaking to has nothing to do with hada or hadi. Hada and hadi is what you're indicating to. Yeah, so what's the answer to sadiquki? Is it hada or is it hadihi? Correct. Excellent. That's fine. That's correct. صديقة. Is it هذا أو هذه? Okay, so we know this is هذه. How about صديقتي? صديقتي. So it's still صديقة, it's still a friend, correct? So it's still هذه. How about صديقتك? صديقتك. صديقتك. So for those who are saying A, remember the word هذا and هذه depends on the word that you're pointing to, and that is the first word without the ka or the ki at the end, because that's an addition. We know this is a feminine word, so it's going to be like you all correctly said, هذه. Okay, صديقتك هذا وهذه. So you'll see it's still هذه. No matter what we add at the end, it's still هذه. Okay, and طبيب, simple, this one, right? That's correct. A. How about طبيبي? My doctor. My doctor. Correct. It's still هذا طبيبي. This is my doctor. Your doctor. This is your doctor. Would I say هذا وهذه طبيبك? It would still be هذا. How about طبيبك? طبيبك. So you're telling, you are speaking to a female, but the doctor is a male, and you're indicating, you're pointing to the doctor. You're telling the female, this is your doctor. So you're pointing to the doctor. So you have to use the word هذا because you're pointing to a male doctor, right? So هذا طبيبك, correct. Okay, then we said exercise 4, and this is one most of you found, or some of you, not most of you, found challenging naturally, right? So because this now is getting more mixed, it's less organized. مدرسك, let's go quickly. هذا أو هذه. Let's go with your instinct. Let's see your instinct, correct. Okay, طبيبتك. هذا أو هذه. Right, remember, just go with your instinct. If you're wrong, it's okay. Right, you learn from it. Okay, so the answer is B. Right, so make a note of that. To number 14, exercise 4, number 14, you make a note of it. If you got that wrong, then you just know to revise it after the class. Okay, مدرستك. Is it هذا أو هذه? هذا أو هذه مدرستك. Correct, it's هذه. This is your female teacher, a female teacher. Correct. صديقك. هذا أو هذه. Excellent. هذا صديقك. طبيبتك. طبيبتك. هذا أو هذه. That's correct. It is هذه. Okay. أختك. أختك. هذا أختك وهذه أختك. You're pointing to the أخت. They're saying, you're going to say هذا وهذه أختك. هذه أختك. This is your sister. أختك, obviously, will also be هذه أختك. That's correct. طبيبك. How about طبيبك? Really, really good. هذا طبيبك. طالبتك. طالبتك. Your female student. Right? So you could be speaking to a male teacher, and you're the principal, and you tell him, this is your new student, right? But it's a female student. Say this, you would say هذه طالبتك. Okay. صديقتك. هذا وهذه. Excellent. طبيبك. Easy one. هذا أو هذه. Excellent. Last one. مدرستك. هذا مدرستك وهذه مدرستك. Excellent. هذه مدرستك. ما شاء الله. Well done. Really, really, really well done. A very difficult lesson, but I think especially the revision was good. You guys definitely mastered that. And if you mastered that, it's going to really help you later on. Sometimes students, because of not focusing on really getting that right, mastering that skill, you really, it really hangs with you as you go through your journey. So sometimes you've been studying Arabic for years, and you will find that you are still struggling with this. when you're having a conversation and you want to say, this is, let's say, his friend, or this is my friend, but it's a female, then you're going to say sometimes هذا صديقتي, right? But you should say هذه صديقتي, right? So it's just remembering that the هذا and هذه goes with what you are pointing to, and the ka and the ki at the end refers to who you are speaking to. So you just need to remember that principle. Practice the exercises, because the theory is only going to take you that far. The exercises, even if you do the same exercises over and over, it's going to be very, very, very effective, as we have seen in this class so far. Okay, today's lesson, really, I would say today's lesson is, I would call it the toughest lesson, although it's not going to be tough, especially for you guys, is the toughest lesson of this level for some reason. The reason actually really why is because I would say there's something, right, that it's very, very similar. So when we speak about, if someone asks, they want to ask where you are from, as in which country you are from, there's really two ways they can ask you this question. The one way is they could ask you, for example, they meet you, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, how are you, كيف حالك, وكيف حالك, بخير الحمد لله, and they can ask you, where are you from, right? Which country are you from? That's one way. Or someone can introduce himself, they can say, I am from Nigeria. I am from Nigeria. Where are you from? So they ask you about your country, the country's name. So you can say, I'm from South Africa, I am from America, Australia, New Zealand, so on. Another way they can ask you, and this is actually very, very common in my experience in traveling, well, especially in airports, right? So in airports, the officials would ask you, instead of asking you which country you're from, sometimes they ask you, what is your nationality? What is your nationality? Okay. So then if someone asks you, where are you from? You say, I am from South Africa. You say your country's name. But if they ask you, what is your nationality? Obviously, you are going to respond with, I am South African. You're going to respond in the nationality form of the country's name. So you say, I'm South African. I am South African. Oh, I am Brazilian. I am Nigerian. I am Egyptian. I am Pakistani. I am Indian. I am Palestinian. Okay, so it's really this difference between I am from South Africa and I am South African. So even in English, right, well, it's not confusing, but when we really move it into a different language, it can get confusing, especially in Arabic. Why? Because in Arabic, when it comes to the country's names, the country's name stays the same. So whether you are a female, you'd say, I am from America, right? Or I am from South Africa, or I am from Nigeria. And whether you're a male, you would say the same thing, the same word for word as is. However, when it comes to nationality, remember we said that in Arabic, we're always going to differentiate between masculine and feminine, right? So this is one of the places. When explaining or expressing your nationality, when asking someone about their nationality, you're going to differentiate between masculine and feminine. Okay, so there is a certain way to say South African male, and there's another way to say South African female. Whereas in English, whether you are a male or female, you say, I am South African. In Arabic, if you are a male, you would say it in a certain way. And if you are a female, you will say it in a certain way. Similarly, if you are asking a female, are you South African? Right? You're going to say that in a certain way. And if you're asking a male, are you South African? You're going to say that in a certain way. Okay, so I just wanted to summarize. Obviously, if you're confused, don't worry. it's just a summary, just to give you an idea what we're going to be speaking about. So you can be prepared. So lesson objectives, the first thing, we're going to learn 18 new Arabic words, inshallah. Bismillah. Then the second thing we're going to learn about asking about country and then asking about nationality. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Okay. The first word we want to learn is min. The word min means from. Min. 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 So like when you say min Allah, like in the Quran, min Allah, from Allah. Min. Okay. The word aina, like in colloquial, if you get hurt, we say aina, I got hurt. So that's that type of word, aina, same pronunciation, aina, where. So if you say min aina, from where? From where? Okay, let's do a bit of words that we need here. The word you, male, is it anti? Is it ma? Is it anta? Is it kaifa? That's correct. Anta. Unanimous. So if we use that word anta, I want to say, where are you from? Or from where are you? We say min aina anta for a male. If you are speaking to a male, you would say, you want to ask him, where are you from? You say min aina anta. And okay, anti. You female, is it anta, aina, or anti, or ismuki? Right? Some of you are very quick over there. That's correct. So it's going to be anti. Excellent. So you're asking a female, where are you from? Min aina anti. Where are you from? So if you're asking a male, min aina anta, where are you from? Asking a female, min aina anti, where are you from? Okay. The next word, pronoun, ana. The word ana means I. So how would you use the word I in this context? Obviously, you're not going to ask min aina ana, where am I from, right? So you're going to say ana min, I am from. I am from. Then you can say South Africa, Pakistan, India, right? So let's look at the word Pakistan. Pakistan. The word Pakistan is the country's name. In Arabic, it's written like that. In English, we know it as Pakistan. Simple. Ana min. So ana min Pakistan. I am from Pakistan. Right? Min aina anta or anti. Ana min Pakistan. I am from Pakistan. Or ana min Turkiya. I am from Turkey. Turkiya. Ana min Turkiya. Or ana min Misr. I am from Egypt. Misr. Or ana min Syria. I am from Syria. Okay. So these are the countries' names. I'm sure we're okay so far. Pakistan. We have to remember these countries' names, right? Because we're going to use them as examples. Pakistan, Turkey, Misr, and Syria. Okay. Yeah. Now this is for the tough word. This word, this is the word of the day. I actually would have liked to this word really. Try to, even if you need to, write down a transliteration for this word. So this word is jinsiyatun. It means nationality. So jinsiyatun, G-I-N, if you need, and then S-I-Y-Y-A, jinsiyatun, nationality. Jinsiyatun, then T-U-N, jinsiyatun, nationality. Okay? Jinsiyatun. So now I want to ask, what is your nationality? So we need to know the word what. Okay, so let's do a quick revision. The word ma. Is it how? Is it and? Is it you male? Or is it what? Okay. Excellent there. So we all remember that word quite well. Sometimes you'll be surprised how you can confuse sometimes the small words. Correct, everyone. Right? So that is what? Okay. Here we go. Here we go. The word jinsiyatun just means nationality, just like the word ismun means a name. The word halun means condition. We still have to say your condition, haluka and haluki, ismun, ismuka, and ismuki. Okay? Now we want to say your nationality. Let's have a look over here. The phrase ma jinsiyatuka. Now we're applying everything that we learned so far. The word ma and the your concept. What does the phrase ma jinsiyatuka mean? You have to apply everything that you learned so far. Take a close look, right? Ma. And the word jinsiya is there. Okay, so we're having mixed answers over here. Okay, but we're starting to get some form of consensus, right? So for those who are saying B, right, you're not far off. I just want you to look at the last letter, the ka at the end. What did we say about the ka? Right, so we know it means your, but is that for the male or for the female? So then with that in mind, just have another look at the options. Okay, if you have answered D, you are correct. Ma jinsiyatuka. You have to practice that word. Ma jinsiyatuka. Break it up in the beginning. Eventually you will get it. What is your nationality? Okay then. Ma jinsiyatuki. What does that mean? Yes. Sister Ruqayya, the ka with a fatha is your male. Your if you are speaking to the female. And the ki is your if you are speaking, sorry. Ka means your, like your book, your house, if you are speaking to a male. And the ki means your if you are speaking to a female. So ma jinsiyatu ki is also D. Excellent. Jazakumullahu khair. Ma jinsiyatu ki. What is your nationality? Okay. Don't worry. We are going to do this in our usual exercises. Let's look at the word hal. New word. The word hal. Now we're learning how to ask a question. We already learned the question of min. Aina. Aina means where. It's just a question. Right? So like, for example, you can shout in the house, you look for your son, Aina anta, or Aina anti, where are you? Muhammad, Aina anta? Muhammad, where are you? Fatima, Aina anti, where are you? Hal means is or are, depending on the context. Okay, so for example, I can use the word hal. Watch this combination. Hal anta, are you min Pakistan? Hal anta min Pakistan? Are you from Pakistan? Right? So you see, we can start to form our own sentences now. Hal anti min Pakistan? Hal anti min Pakistan? Or min Turkey? Or min Misr? Are you from Egypt? Are you from Turkey? Are you from Egypt and Pakistan? Okay. And then the word na'am, we all know this word means yes. So it's a word that used to answer. Na'am. Na'am, ana min Pakistan. Hal anta min Pakistan? Na'am, ana min Pakistan. Okay. Now comes for the challenging part of the lesson. But inshallah, it won't be challenging. We want to now we want to learn, how do we say, we learned the countries' names, Pakistan, Turkey, Egypt, Syria. How do we now say Pakistani? Pakistani male And Pakistani female, how do we say that? Remember we said in English, we don't differentiate. We just say, I'm Pakistani. And the female says, I'm Pakistani. However, in Arabic, that is not the case. Right? So someone's giving us a good hint over there with a ya at the end, right? And that's actually very good. I want to use that. Pakistaniyun. Firstly, look at the difference before we worry about what it means. Pakistan, so all the beginning word letters are the same. Pakistan, Pakistan. Then the noon, there's a slight difference. We have a kasra vowel on the noon. So that's going to be kind of like a rule over there. And then we have a ya at the end with a shadda and tanween. So this is going to be right kind of the rule. Pakistaniyun. Pakistani. Pakistaniyun. Okay. How about Turkiya? So that's Pakistani male. How about Turkiya? How do we say Turkish male? Like, for example, you want to say Hal Anta Pakistaniyun. You're talking to a male. Are you Pakistani? Then you can say Naam. Ana Pakistani. Okay, what about Turkey? You see a Turkish male over there, but you're not sure. You want to ask him, are you Turkish? You say, Hal anta Turkiyun. Okay, so we have there the ta, and the ra, and the kaf is there. Okay, so because there is a ya in this word already, right? Because there is a ya in this word already, they thought, let's just use that same ya. Right, so we don't need to take it away or to change it. Use that same ya, and that alif falls away there. It's fine. And you put a kasra, so it's going to maintain the kasra there. Turkiyun. So you can remember the word like that. Turkiyun. Turkiya. Turkiyun. Turkish male. Hal anta Turkiyun? Are you Turkish? Misr, Egypt. Misriyun. Egyptian male. Hal anta Misriyun? Are you Egyptian? Okay. Syria, Syria. Suriyun. Hal anta Suriyun? Are you Syrian? Okay. How about if we are speaking to a female? We want to ask her the same questions. We see a female walking by, and you want to ask her, are you Pakistani? Right? She looks like Pakistani. Let's say you are from Pakistan, but you don't want to speak, you maybe in the Arab world, you want to speak Arabic. And so you want to ask her, are you Pakistani? You can't say to her, Hal anti Pakistaniyun. No, that would be incorrect. It would actually be an insult. She would actually feel insulted because you are now calling her a male, right? And she would obviously be very offended, right? And this actually happens in the Arab world. If you speak to a male and you ask him, like if you say, Kaifa haluki to a male, he would probably hit you. I can tell you that. He will most likely either really verbally abuse you or physically hurt you, right? Because it will be so insulted. So be careful of that. So Pakistaniyun, right, is a Pakistani male. To say of a Pakistani female, we're going to add a slightly different combination, right? So we're still going to have a kasra on the noon. Pakistan, Pakistaniyun. The difference here is that the ya at the end is going to have a fatha, Pakistaniya, and then the tun at the end, the famous ta. Now, this shouldn't be strange for us because we already know that feminine words generally have this ta at the end. Feminine words generally have this ta at the end. Okay. Can you see now why we delayed this dialogue and we did the previous dialogue first? Because now we are acquainted with masculine and feminine, because this would not have been a good introduction to masculine and feminine. So I want you to recognize that how this word is there, Pakistaniyatun, it really is just the feminine form of Pakistaniyun, just like Tabibun, Tabibatun, Muhandisun, muhandisatun. So Pakistaniyun, Pakistaniyatun. Now I can tell you that what this requires is just practice. Practice the words, practice saying them, write out transliterations, and it will, once the word is comfortable on your tongue, it will be okay. Okay. Turkiyun, Turkiyatun. Turkish female. Turkiyun, Turkiyatun. Okay. Misriyun, Egyptian male. Misriyatun, Egyptian female. Suriyun, Suriyatun, Syrian female. Okay. If you are struggling with this, don't worry. Let's do the exercises, inshallah. Okay. Let's start with the vocabulary. The word hal. Is that an? Is it what? Is it is or are? Is it where? Okay. We're unanimous on that. It means where. Excellent. The word jinsiyatun. Jinsiyatun. Is that condition? Is it your nationality? Is it just nationality? Or is it Egypt? Right? For those who are answering B, I want you to remember, right? If you say the word your, then you have to either see at the end ka or ki. If you say your. But if you don't see that, then you know this is just the word. That's right. It's C. Excellent. I'm glad you saw that. Okay, let's look at the word Misr. Is that Egypt? Is it Egyptian? Is it Turkey? Is it Syrian? Egypt. Okay, how about Misriyun? Here we go. Is it Syrian female? Is it Egyptian female? Is it Egypt? Is it Egyptian male? Right? This lesson takes a lot of concentration, I know. Someone said A and D there, right? So, excellent. Okay, it is D. Misriyatun, Misriyatun. Is it Syrian female? Is it Egyptian female? Is it Egypt? Is it Egyptian male? Unanimously correct. Egyptian female. How about jinsiyatuka? Here we go. Jinsiyatuka. Jinsiyatuka. Is it your condition? Is it your male nationality? Is it your female nationality? Is it nationality? Wow. Excellent, I must say. Really good. Surya. Here we go. Abdul Sattar, that was very quick. Right? Is it Egyptian? Is it Egyptian male, Egyptian female? It's okay. Okay. You guys got that one. Very good. Okay. Suriyatun. How about Suriyatun? Is that Syrian female? Is it Egyptian female? Is it Turkish female? Is it Turkey? Unanimously A. Okay, how about the word aina? Is that who, what, where, or is it how? MashaAllah. Excellent. How about the word min? The word min. Okay, so some of you still saying, if you're not saying A, just have a closer look, right? Remember the word what means ma. Means ma. Remember the word what means ma. Sister Waida, you have a question? Okay, sorry, you raised your hand. I thought you had a question. Let's look at the word Suriyun. Suriyun, is that Egyptian male? Suriyun. That's correct. C. Some of you said D, right? So it's not Syria because Syria would be Surya, but we have at the end there Suriyun. Okay. Pakistaniyun. Pakistaniyun. Is that Pakistani male? Pakistan. Okay, some of you are saying C, is a Pakistani female. Remember, the female must have the ta at the end. If you don't see the ta at the end, it's not female. And if you see that ya at the end, right, attached to a country's name, you have to know that this is not just a country's name. This is an addition here. So it's a nationality. Correct. That's A. Okay, here we go. This is the exercise going to determine, is it this one? Okay, I think it's the next one. Okay, either way. So we have 2 more exercises to go. Pakistan. Fairly easy one, right? Pakistani female. Here we go. Right, some of you are still saying, some of you are saying D. When you look at the question, it's Pakistani female. So Pakistan, D, Pakistan is just the country's name. Okay, so a second. Okay. Okay, here we have Turkish male. Okay, some of you are saying D, so you want to have a closer look, right? Because we're saying Turkish. Turkish, so now we're talking about nationality and not Turkey, because then that would be the country's name. Then it would be Turkey, but we're saying Turkish male. So the Turkish male is going to have that E-un at the end, and the Turkish female is going to have the E-yatun at the end. All of you are excellently correct. Turkiyun. Okay. The word I, is it huwa, anta, anti, or ana? Correct. The word or the phrase, your female nationality. Your female nationality. Let's look at that one. Jinsiyatuki, that's correct. D. Jinsiyatuki. Okay, how about Turkey? So here's, for those who've got the other question wrong, have a close look at this one. Here's your chance to see the difference between the country's name and nationality. Correct. That's absolutely correct. D. Perfect. Okay, Turkish female. MashaAllah. Really excellent. Excellent. Okay, how about the word yes? Here's a simple one. Is it hal, na'am, kaifa, or wa? That's correct. It's na'am. Excellent. Okay. Let's go on to, now this is the exercise that's going to test our understanding. Here's the phrases. Min aina anti. Min aina anti. Take your time. Min aina anti. Right, so some of you, right, if you missing something small, if you're getting this answer wrong, you have to just go back to lesson 1. Lesson 1 actually clarifies a lot of things, right? So lesson 1 we did a lot of concepts. We did the ka and the ki, and also how to say anta and anti. Okay, min aina anti, that is correct. Where are you from? Okay, ana min Pakistan. Take your time with this one as well, right? So again, difference between nationality and country. Ana min Pakistan. أنا من Pakistan. Remember the word min means from, so that have to be in the translation. And we have Pakistan and not Pakistaniyun or Pakistaniyatun. Correct, I'm from Pakistan. Okay, here we go. أنا Pakistaniyatun. أنا Pakistaniyatun. Excellent. Right? Okay, here we go. هل أنت مصري؟ هل أنت مصري؟ Are you Egyptian? Female? Are you talking to a female? Or I am from Egypt? Or I'm Egyptian? Or are you Egyptian? Male. That is correct. Okay. أنا تركي. Is it I'm Turkish male? I am from Turkey. Or is it are you Turkish? Or I am Turkish female? We're getting some mixed answers over here. So take it word for word. When we look at Ana, what does the word Ana mean? I. So you know C is out because we see the word I. Then we have the word Turkiyun. There's no ta. So it can't be female. Correct. Okay. Ana misriyatun. I am Egyptian female. Or is it are you Egyptian female? I am from Egypt. Or I am Egyptian male. Right? So for those answering A, you want to have a look at the word Ana means I. So the phrase must start with I. I am Egyptian. Correct. Okay. Ana min Suria. Ana min Suria. Ana min Suria. Okay, that one is unanimous over there. Correct. Okay. هل أنت سورية؟ هل أنت سورية؟ Right, because we're starting with hal. We're starting with the word hal. So we know it's is or are. And there's no ana in there. Correct. Are you Syrian? Okay. نعم أنا باكستاني. Yes, I am Pakistani. Or is it yes, I am from Pakistan? Right, for those saying B, have a look at the ending. Ask yourself, is there a ta? And then rethink that answer. Excellent. D. Okay. So before we even read the dialogue, I must give you all of some of you got 10 out of 10, and the rest of you, those who didn't get 10 out of 10 got 9 out of 10. Really, really excellent work. We just want, right, just to make sure that our theory is on track, if we can have just 1 or 2 volunteers just to read for us. Sister Karima, volunteering. السلام عليكم، كيف حالك؟
وعليكم السلام. أنا بخير الحمد لله، وأنت كيف حالك؟
بخير الحمد لله. Okay, Brother Ibrahim, you'll join us now. You'll join us next with the male dialogue. Okay, Sister Karima, I'll go with you. So you can be Maryam and I will be Zainab. So you can begin.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum.
Yes, so translate that.
May peace be with you.
Yes. Wa alaykum assalam. And may peace be with you too.
Min aina anta?
So just have a, so we're going to read it as is there. Just have a look
Okay.
close. Look there. Me zoom in. Right.
Okay. Min aina anta?
So is it
From
anta
where?
or anti? That's written there.
Min aina anti?
Right.
From where are you?
Yes. Okay. Anti, is that for male or female?
That is female, but I'm
Yes.
speaking, yeah.
Yes.
I'm
Okay.
speaking to you as a male.
Yes. Ana min Misr. I am from Egypt. Okay.
هل أنت مصرية? Are you from Egypt?
So have a look again, right? So this is very important. Excellent. So if you say from Egypt, then we have to see the word min there. Then you're asking about the country.
Okay, yes. No, it's not are you from. It's هل أنت, are you Egyptian?
Excellent. نعم. Yes. أنا مصرية. I am Egyptian. وما جنسيتك أنت? And what is your nationality?
أنا سورية. أنا من سوريون. I am Syrian.
Yes.
Where are you, and what is your nationality?
So have another look there. So you said Ana Suriyatun, I am Syrian, and then
Syrian.
Ana min,
and Ana, where from?
no,
where?
Ana is I.
I am from Syria.
Excellent. Ahlan wa sahlan. Welcome. Shukran, Sister Karima. Very well done.
Afwan.
Jazakillahi khair. Excellently done. Okay, could we have another? Where's Abdullah? Can you just raise your hand again? Okay. Oh, it's Brother Ibrahim. Assalamu alaikum. And we have Brother Umar Hendricks as well.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
كيف حالك؟
أنا بخير وكيف أنت؟
أنا بخير الحمد لله. Brother Umar, assalamu alaikum. Okay, Brother Umar. Can you unmute Brother Umar if possible?
Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam wa barakatuh. كيف حالك?
Alhamdulillah, بخير.
Okay, so Brother Ibrahim, أنا بخير الحمد لله. Brother Ibrahim, you can begin. You can be Muhammad, and Brother Umar, you can be Sharif. So again, we want to read and then translate, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum. Peace be upon you.
Wa alaikum assalam, and peace be upon you.
Min aina anta? Where are you from?
Ana min Pakistan.
Yes.
Ana min Pakistan. I am from Pakistan.
Yes.
هل أنت باكستاني؟ Are you a Pakistani?
Excellent.
نعم أنا بباكستاني. وما جنسيتك أنت? Yes, I am Pakistani. And jinsiyatuka, your nationality. What is your nationality?
Excellent.
أنا تركي. I am a Turkish.
Yes.
أنا من تركي. أنا من تركيا. I'm from Turkey.
Yes. Excellent.
أهلا وسهلا.
Yes.
شكرا. Thank you.
So, yes, welcome.
Oh, welcome.
Very well done. جزاكم الله خير. Brother Umar, Brother Ibrahim, جزاكم الله خير.
عفواً.
Excellently done. Anyone else would like to try as a final attempt? So excellently done. Really, every time we do this, I've seen, I think this class really been the best class so far in terms of grasp. Generally, to grasp this concept is normally very challenging. The difference between saying from Pakistan and are you Pakistani, right? Just getting that difference, and between the masculine and feminine. But I think you all generally are okay. If you're still struggling with something, you don't get it right, try to watch the lesson again, right? Sometimes it'll clarify on its own. If it doesn't clarify, or if you feel that you really need some extra clarification, message me straight away, inshallah, without hesitation, and I will try to explain it to you. And I hope you enjoyed the lesson. And inshallah, don't worry, the next lesson will be, I think it will be much easier, inshallah. And we will meet on Tuesday, bi'idhnillah ta'ala. If there's any questions, I'll take them now. So I have about 5 minutes. Apologies for the long lesson, right? But I think it was necessary just to revise the previous lesson, and then also just to give this lesson its due. Okay. Jazakumullah khair. Glad that some of you enjoyed the lesson. Yes, that's a good question, Sister Sumaya. So normally I do include it, but just because of the difficulty of the concept as it is already, and I didn't include it. But let me just explain that now. How do we say South Africa and South African? Okay, so it's going to be a bit challenging to remember. Okay, so the word South Africa, right, is Janubu Afriqiya. So it's two words because we have South Africa, right? South Africa. So Janubu means south, right? As in south, north, and south. Janubu is south. And then Afriqiya is Africa. Afriqiya, Africa. Janubu, south. Afriqiya. So you have to practice to get those two words together. We had a tongue twisting. So Ana min Janubu Afriqiya. هل أنت من جنوب أفريقيا? Are you from South Africa? Okay. How about to say South African? We're going to apply the same concept as we learned with these words. So you're going to say Janubu, that stays the same. Afriqiyun. Afriqiyun. Ana Janubu Afriqiyun. I am South African. Ana Janubu Afriqiyatun. Qiyatun. South African, female. Just like we say Pakistani, Pakistaniyatun. Turkiyun, Turkiyatun. Right? So Janubu Afriqiyun and Janubu Afriqiyatun. I hope that is clear. Okay, at the end when saying I am Turkish, can I say Ana Turkiyun without the shadda on the ya and just say Turki? Yes. So you can say that, right? So the proper way would be to say the Turkiyun. But you can say Ana Turki or Ana Pakistani. Ana like we did the word here, Suri. You can do that. right? But that would be like colloquial. And for the feminine form, you can say ana Pakistaniya instead of niyatun. Okay. So you are seeing this dialect we are learning is Egyptian. In Pakistan, I learned Janubi instead of Janubu. Is that the same meaning? No. So you see that we are learning classical dialect, no specific dialect. This is the classical Arabic, no specific dialect. The Egyptian dialect sounds nothing like we are speaking now, right? So I actually speak the Egyptian dialect natively, been there 5 years. So the Egyptian dialect sounds absolutely nothing like classical Arabic. So Janubu or Janubi, it's the same thing, right? So we're going to learn, and that's later on, right? When we get to book 2, when we finish this book in book 2, we're going to learn about the case endings, like sometimes why is the word sometimes kitabun, kitaban, and then sometimes it's kitabin. It changes, right? Depending on the context. So that would be some of the things. So it might be Janubu, and sometimes it will be Januba, and sometimes it will be Janubi. That's a grammar related thing. However, the standard is Janubu. But in colloquial, perhaps in some countries, they might change it and say Janubi, just for perhaps for the sake of it's easier to pronounce. Okay. But if you say Janubu, no one is going to misunderstand you. They're going to understand perfectly what you're saying. And also I say that it's good to learn different dialects as you go along and to use these dialects. Okay, there's nothing wrong with speaking different. I love dialects, so I speak the Saudi dialect because that's where I was born. I grew up there, and speak that fluently, natively. And then also I speak the Egyptian dialect, and I love dialects, and I understand some other dialects as well, such as the Gulf, Dubai, in Qatar, those areas. It's very similar. They are quite similar to each other, and the Egyptian dialect is something else. But yes, the learning dialects actually generally helps you with Arabic. It will help with your fluency. It will help with your understanding. I generally encourage learning, especially if you're going to use it and speak. Excellent. Okay, so over time, if you need to leave, please do feel free to leave. I don't mind taking if there's any questions that they're still there. I don't mind at all. So we'll just stay on for another minute. If there's any questions, we will take them, inshallah. Okay, no questions. Okay, yeah, what is the Arabic word for South Africa and South African? Okay, sorry, Sister Mahdiya, but I think I answered that. I hope you got that over there. This dialect that we are doing is common in the UAE. Yes, so the Saudi Arabian dialect and the United Arab Emirates dialect is very close to the classical Arabic. They do have their difference, but it is very close to this. But like I said, the Egyptian one, zero. Okay, if there's no further questions, we'll then meet on Tuesday, bismillah ta'ala. I hope to see you all. Shukran, jazakumullahu khair, wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammadin, wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.